Welcome to yoga. We're going to bring the hands onto the knees and start rolling the shoulders to the back and down, all the way up to the back and down. Nice and gently, nice and slowly. And then roll your shoulders to the back and down. Walk the hands a little bit further up towards your hips. And then drop one ear to the shoulder, other ear to the shoulder, just moving the neck a little bit. And next time you go over to the left side, drop the ear as close to the shoulder as you can and stay. And then very gently raise the chin and lower the chin. And roll the chin all the way to the chest. Arms to the front, round your back. Arms up, stretch out your back. Reach the arms high, fingertips reach for the ceiling. And we float the arms down. And roll the shoulders to the back. And bring the hands back onto the thighs. We walk them a little bit further towards our hips. And drop our right ear even to the right shoulder. And slowly start moving the chin up and down. And from here, just release your hands. Bring your right hand to the ground and breathe in, raise your left arm. Breathe out, arm goes over to the right side. Breathe in, look up, open the palm to the ceiling. Breathe out, come back. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, arm goes over to the left. And then we inhale and open up the hand and we look up and we exhale and come back. One more time, breathe in and out, in and out. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. And then come onto all fours. Spread your fingers, knees underneath the hips. And we inhale, arch our back and raise the head. Exhale, round the back, drop the head. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. Slowing down your in and exhalations. Better. Inhale, raise your left leg, look up. Exhale, bring the knee to your left shoulder, so as high as you can. Inhale, raise the leg, foot to head, long arms. Exhale, knee to the left shoulder, drop your head, round your back. Inhale and exhale. And of course we're doing that listening to our own breath, not my breath. Good. Now inhale and raise the leg, keep it high. Send the foot a little bit further to the right side, maybe sliding your right foot outside of the mat and grab hold of your left foot with the left hand, looking to the back. And release. Round your back, drop the head, push the hips from side to side. And then inhale, raise your right leg, arch your back, foot to head. Exhale, knee to the right shoulder. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round the back, drop the head, knee to the right shoulder. Again, your own rhythm. Next inhale, stay up high. And your right hand. You always have that option of sliding the left foot out to balance a bit more easily. And from here, release. Round the back, drop the head, push your hips to the back. All the way into child's pose, walking the fingertips forwards, hips from side to side here a little bit. And then we look to the front. We raise the elbows and we stay low as we come into Surya Namaskar. And if that's not your thing, you can hover here. And then breathe in, drop your hips, raise the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. Fingertips on the ground and a little bit further forwards, maybe to the edges of your mat. Just the fingertips if that's comfortable. Straighten your arms. If that's too much, the fingertips just come further forwards. And then we slowly come down. Hands next to the chest. Breathe in, raise the chest and raise your legs. Squeeze your legs together. Send the legs apart. Keep them high as you squeeze together and send apart. And keep breathing as you move. And release. Inhale, come a little bit higher. And exhale, tuck your toes under, push the hips to the back, crown of the head to the ground. And from here, push the hips all the way up. Move into a mountain. Breathe in, raise your right leg. Breathe out, flex the foot, drop the heel. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, step the foot to the front. Inhale, raise your arms, straighten the torso. And then exhale, arms to the sides and draw a circle with your spread out fingers. Circle the other way. And then interlock your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades and come forwards and down. Obviously here, if you want to take it easy, bring that left foot to the ground. Otherwise, just the toes. You breathe in and come up, arms go up. Breathe out, warrior two with that left foot firmly on the ground. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Stay here, look to your right hand. Breathe out, bring your right arm onto the right leg and look up. Palm of the right hand is open. Palm of the left hand could open up as well as that left arm goes to the front, but if you want, keep it where it is, just behind your back. Good, now straighten your right leg, drop your right hand, raise your left arm. And then release the left hand, right hand comes onto the ground. We bend our right leg and we step the left foot forwards. Straighten your right leg, maybe walking the hands a little bit higher onto your leg. And then breathe in, raise your right arm and look up. Breathe out, hands come down, we bend the right leg and inhale into warrior one. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand joins from the bottom or goes to the right elbow. And then breathe in, look up. Breathe out, straighten the leg and drop halfway down. Breathe in, bend the leg and come back up. Breathe out, straighten and come a little bit lower. Good. Breathe in, bend that leg and come back up. Breathe out, sink forwards and stay there as you slowly raise that left ankle off the ground. Left foot. Good. From here, hands to the ground, step to the back and walk it out. And then breathe in, raise your left leg. Breathe out, flex your foot and drop the heel. Breathe in, look to the front. Breathe out, step to the front. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, arms to the sides, hands into fist, thumbs inside. We're going to draw a circle in one direction. This could move the upper arms, even the shoulders. We circle the other way. Some movement into the arms if you want with that. Good, and then interlock the hands. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, come down. And again, if you want to take it easy, bring the right heel to the ground. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, open up into warrior two. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Hold here, so not just one inhale. Sink into the left leg, look to the left hand. Breathe in, and then exhale into an extended side angle. Left arm onto left leg, look up to the ceiling. Option to also open that right palm to the ceiling as you send the arm to the front. And then from here, straighten your left leg. Raise the right arm. Hover the left hand or bring it onto the leg or onto the ground. Wherever feels right for you. In terms of how the stretch feels and how your body feels. Are you collapsing into yourself or still opening up? Breathe in. And then exhale, come down, bending that left leg. Step the right foot further forwards so that you can easily straighten the left leg. Don't know if it's easy, but if it isn't, hands come a little bit higher onto that left leg and stay there as you raise your left arm and look up. And we release. Hand comes down, bend your right leg. Breathe in, raise your left leg even. Raise your arms. So just come into warrior one. And we drop the left hand behind us, binding the hands behind us, or bringing the right hand to the left elbow. Now inhale. And as you exhale, straighten the leg and drop halfway down, or just a little bit, doesn't have to be halfway. Inhale, straighten again into warrior one, so keeping that leg bend every time you come up. Exhale, coming a little bit lower. And inhale, coming back up. This time as you exhale, the leg stays bent. We take our torso forwards and then nice and slowly raise the right foot off the ground. Release the hands, release your foot, come into a forward fold. And then come into a halfway lift, bringing the hands to your shins, straightening the arms. Breathe in, rise to standing. And breathe out, bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, raise your arms, look up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step your right leg back. Exhale, step your left leg back. Hold your breath, Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin, depending on how you feel. Breathe in, drop your hips, raise the chest, cobra or upward dog, and breathe out, push the hips up, drop the head. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, flex the foot, drop the heel. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, step the foot to the front, bring your left heel to the ground. Inhale, raise your arms. And exhale, arms to the back. Let your torso come forwards. Inhale, come to standing from here. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in, left foot to the back. Breathe out, right foot to the back. Hold your breath, drop the knees, chest and chin, or come into Chaturanga. Breathe in, arch your back. Breathe out, push the hips up. Breathe in, left leg goes up. Breathe out, flex the foot, drop the heel. Breathe in, straighten the leg, look to the front. And breathe out, step the foot to the front, right heel to the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, arms to the back, sink your torso forwards. Inhale, come to standing at the front of your mat. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in, right foot steps to the back. Breathe out, left foot steps to the back. Hold your breath, drop down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hips go up. Inhale, right leg goes up and forward. Exhale, left foot goes forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Left side, breathe in. Fold forwards. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Hold your breath, drop down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hips go up. Inhale, left leg goes up and forward. Exhale, right foot steps to the front. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in, right foot steps back, stay. Breathe out, sink your hips down, lengthen that right leg. Slowly come forwards and back. The heel could guide the way or the hips could guide the way. That left heel stays firmly on the ground. Come as far forwards as you can and hold. And then push as far back as you can and hold there. Inhale, raise your left arm and look up. Exhale, drop the arm behind you. Look to the back, sinking the hips a little bit lower, but keeping that right leg long. Breathe in, arm goes up. Breathe out, arm goes to the front as we come onto the outer edge of the right foot and the outer edge of the left foot. Push your hips down, trying not to just drop that right knee. And then push the hips up, and from here straighten the left leg and guide it to the back. Breathe in as you come into a side plank and breathe out into a plank or chaturanga dandasana. Breathe in, upward dog, or if you prefer cobra. Breathe out, push your hips up. Breathe in, right leg goes up. Breathe out, flex the foot, drop the heel. Stay or raise your right hand, bring it to the right foot. Breathe in. And as you exhale, step the foot forwards, hand comes to the ground if it was off the ground. Left heel to the ground. Breathe in, raise your arms, straighten the torso, facing the front. Good. Take a few deep breaths here as you close the eyes. And remember, think of those breaths not as deep, but as long. Just so we don't overbreathe. And then open the eyes and inhale into warrior two. Maybe sending that left foot a bit further back. We sink down, we raise the right heel, and we stay here too for a few deep breaths. Keeping that right heel off the ground if we can manage. Reach forwards and then send the right arm to the back. Get into reverse warrior. Good. And we come out from here. Keep the right arm facing the back as you straighten your right leg. And then from here, heel to the ground, send that right arm forwards and come down. Just the torso comes down. The arm stays high, we don't drop it. Look up to the ceiling, breathe in, and then breathe out. Drop your right hand, bend your right leg, and send your left arm to the front. Look to the left hand, breathe in. And as you exhale, left arm goes to the back and down, and we try to bind here, looking down to the ground and straightening that right leg and letting the torso come down. Don't worry if you don't have a bind, as always, we can do this without. Slowly bend your right leg again and step the left foot forwards. Keep the bind if you have it. Just come into a forward fold if you don't, and then raise your right leg and torso. Coming up into Svardvijasana. This could look like the tree pose, Or we could reach that right foot towards the ceiling. Good, now release and bring the hands to your heart center and keep that leg as high as you can. Just letting this movement come from the hips, let your torso come forwards, and then slowly move that right leg to the back into Warrior 3. And then from Warrior 3, we go lower. Hands stay at the heart center if they can. As the torso comes down, the leg goes higher. And we release, hands come down, foot comes down, breathe in, raise the arms, straighten the torso, and breathe out, bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step your left leg to the back. And exhale, let the hips sink down. Remember, we've got time now. Let your left heel or your hips guide the way to the front and back. And maybe that right foot can come a little bit further forwards. For example, if you notice that as you come to the front, that right heel wants to rise, maybe you can walk that foot further forwards. Now push as far to the front as you can and hold. Push as far to the back as you can and hold here. And stay as you inhale and raise the right arm and reach the fingertips to the sky. And then on an exhale, drop that arm behind you, look to the back. Sinking the hips further down, let that right hip guide the way down. The left hip is naturally lower. And then we inhale and raise the arm. Exhale, arm to the front as you come onto the outer edge of the left foot, the outer edge of the right foot. And we keep that left leg long as we push the hips down, not that lower leg, but the hips. Very nice. And then from here, push the hips up. And with that, some of us might already have an almost straight right leg. We're taking it to the back from here into a side plank, pushing the hips as high as we can and sending that right arm as far forwards as we can. Breathe in and exhale into a plank or chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. And inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, mountain pose, the hips go up. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, flex the foot, drop the heel. Again, you could do the same here. You could stay where you are. This time I'll stay. Just to show the other option, if you want, raise that left arm and bring the hand to the foot. Keep your head dropped. Breathe in and exhale. Hand comes down, foot steps to the front, right heel comes to the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Good. And again, we close the eyes and take a few long breaths. And we open the eyes, breathe in, and exhale, open up into warrior two, where maybe we can send that right foot a little bit further back. In the process, the left knee won't drop inwards. It stays where it is, right above the heel. Now we're going to raise that left heel and stay, looking beyond the left fingertips. So heel as high as it can be. If that gets too much, obviously adapt. Breathe in, reverse warrior. That heel stays off the ground if it can. We sink a little bit deeper into the left leg, and then from here, breathe in, breathe out, straighten the leg, heel comes to the ground, and we let the left hand guide the way to the front, torso follows, left arm stays high, we look up to the ceiling. Breathe in, and as you exhale, left hand comes down, we bend the left leg. Right arm goes up and over to the front, and we look to the fingertips. Good. Now right arm behind you, maybe going for that bind. It's an interesting one actually. In a bind here, in our extended side angle, we're grabbing hold of the right hand, wrist or forearm. So if you're high enough, and you're grabbing hold here, something is going to change with that bind. I'll take you through it. Straighten your left leg, drop your torso. Again, don't worry if you don't have a bind. Good, and then from here, slowly bending the left leg a little bit, step your right foot to the front. And this is where that bind could change if you wanted to. You would now grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand as you come up into Bird of Paradise. And we straighten the left leg if we can. Again, you could be in a tree here. Both are plants, so it's okay. And then keep that leg high as you bring the hands to the heart center. And from here, let your hip do the work. Right hip does the work as the torso comes forwards. And that left leg goes all the way to the back. And we straighten into Warrior 3. And then from Warrior 3, we go a little bit deeper. Torso goes lower, leg goes higher. And we try to keep our balance here with the hands at the heart center, but obviously if that's not possible, we'll adjust, we'll use our hands. I didn't say it on the other side because it's kind of intuitive, isn't it? Hands come down, we drop that left foot. And inhale, raise the arms, straighten the torso. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in, raise your arms, add a back bend if you like. Breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, make your way into Chaturanga Dandasana. You don't have to jump, but of course you can. Inhale, upward dog, maybe cobra. Exhale, mountain pose. Bend your legs, look forward, jump to the front or step if you prefer. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in, drop your hips, raise the arms. Breathe out, sink lower. Get ready. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, hips go up. One more time, bend your legs, look forward, come to the front. From here directly, inhale into a chair. And exhale, sink as low as you can. Heels stay on the ground, so you don't have to be super low. Breathe in and breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, knee to the dropped head. Inhale, leg goes up. Exhale, knee to the right shoulder. Inhale, side plank, raising the right leg. You want to come onto the outer edge of the left foot or the whole of the sole of the foot, but the toes face the right side. Otherwise, you won't have your balance here. Now step that right foot to the back. Inhale and open up into Chamatkarasana, miracle, wild thing. Breathe in again and breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana with the right leg off the ground if we want. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, push your hips up. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, bring the knee to the dropped head. Inhale, leg goes up. Exhale, knee to the left shoulder. Inhale, open up into a side plank. Take your time here. If this transition doesn't work for you, come into a side plank from a normal plank. That's easier. Good. Breathe in. And then exhale. Yes, that's it. We step that left foot to the back and we push our hips up and drop the head and drop the arm. Breathe in And breathe out, flip over, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, push the hips up, drop your head. Bend your legs, look forward, jump the feet to the outside of the hands, and either take a little break here, rounding the back, dropping the head, rocking the hips from side to side, or make your way into Bakasana, into a crow, and then maybe into a handstand or headstand, tripod headstand. Good, and if you want to take it easy, but your back is getting that release or has it already and you want to work a little bit more into the back, right hand to the ground as the left arm goes up. We breathe into the left side of the body. Change sides. Good. If you're in your headstand, you could try to come into Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. And we are just going to step into that mountain pose from here. So releasing that twist, hands to the ground and stepping back. Very good. We breathe in and sigh out. And then bend the legs, look forward, jump to the front or come to the front in any way you like. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step your right leg back. And as you exhale, drop your right knee to the ground. Maybe give that right knee a little bit more of a push towards the back. And then walk your left foot a little bit further forwards. From here, left hand to the left knee and twist as you push that knee out. Good. Back to center. Bring that foot back onto the ground. Bring the knee back forwards. And breathe in. Raise your arms. Also with that foot back on the ground, I meant if you come onto the outer edge of the left foot, now the sole of the foot is firmly on the ground. We look up to the ceiling. We stay exactly where we are, or we come into a back bend, an unsupported one, where we're reaching the arms to the back and not over extending here in the neck. Over compressing even. Good. We slowly come down, hands to the ground. Walk that left foot a little bit further forward, sink down. Keep your hands on the ground so you've got support. Keep them on blocks if you have and need them. Or raise your arms and then twist to the side. So whoever is comfortable in their splits, in their Hanumanasana, I think, yeah, we'll work on this. Hands stay on the ground because that's a little bit easier, a bit gentler on the legs. Breathe in, and as you exhale, hands on the ground, let your torso come forwards. And again, this is not how we need to look. Maybe we'll look something like this. Stay and breathe. Very good. And then push your hips gently up, walk your foot in, and send that left foot to the right side. We're coming into Raj Kapotasana. So bending that leg, knee comes to the ground. We look to the left side just to make sure that the right hip is heavy. If that's not possible, the left foot slides in towards your pubic bone. And then from here, raise your left arm, grab hold of your right foot. If that's too much, that's very understandable and it's optional. Otherwise, right hand onto the left knee as we pull that right foot in towards us with the hand or the crook of the arm. Good, and as we're twisting to the left, we're making sure that that right hip is heavy. That's the reason for the twist. Good, release your right leg and release the torso. Just come down. And if you feel like a sigh, go ahead and sigh. Breathe into your back. And then slowly come up. Open up to the right. Bring your right foot to the front, to the outside of the left leg. And then slide that right foot further towards your left hip so that your knees are stacked. If that's not possible, we just straighten the left leg and try to get that right knee as far towards the left side as we can. And then from here, we bring the right elbow on top of the left and we push the elbows down. Now slowly turn your head from side to side, and every time you go to the side, you go a little bit further. And then back to the front, we're going to raise the arms and elbows and shoulders, and we look up to the ceiling. From here, lower the chin and raise the chin. Lower and raise. And straighten the head and keep the elbows high as you come forwards. If it's too much, release the arms. If you can hold here, or you're close to your leg or the ground, then it's easier. Head is dropped and relaxed. And keep reaching the arms forwards rather than letting them come close to our knees. Okay, release the arms first, hands come to the ground. We raise our hips and then from here come into a plank. If that's not possible in a jump, then just step it, but maybe it is. And then we can come into a low plank and into upward dog and back into Parvadasana. Very good. We breathe in, and as we exhale, we bend the legs and come to the front. We inhale and rise to standing. And we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step your left leg to the back. And exhale, drop your left knee. And again, give that knee a little push to the back. And then walk your right foot a little bit further forwards. Right hand to the knee. Push the knee out, maybe coming onto the lateral edge of the right foot. Twisting, and keep pushing your right hip down. We come back and keep the feet quite far apart here, and then we inhale and raise the arms and look up. We could stay here or come into a back bend. Relax the jaw, the neck, and release. Right foot comes further forwards. Left knee goes further back. Maybe we'll come all the way into Hanumanasana. Maybe we stay in the little Hanuman Anjaneyasana. Maybe we want to deepen by twisting to the right or by raising the arms. Again, hold where you're comfortable, keep breathing. And then hands to the ground, raise your hips, slide your right foot to the left side of the mat, drop your right knee, sink down, and then decide if you need to bring your right foot further in. Also depends on how the right knee feels, so it doesn't have to do with the hip only. But that left hip is coming down, and we're going to raise our right arm and then grab hold of the left foot at the back, maybe bringing that left hand onto the right knee, maybe to the outside, maybe somewhere else where we feel that it's needed for us to feel balanced. And then we might pull that foot in towards us with the crook of the arm rather than with the hand. Also, if that alignment of the hips is too tough, if you can't quite push that left hip down enough, try to raise your right hip. Good. Release and come forwards, dropping down onto the front of the body. Sighing if we want to. And then from here, slowly come back up. Come onto the right side a little bit here. Then that right foot is still comfortable on the left side here. We bring the left leg to the front and the left foot to the outside of the right leg. And then from here, sliding that foot further and further towards our hip until the knees are stacked. And it sounds easy, but it isn't actually. So straighten your right leg if you need to. And then from here, arms to the front, left elbow on top of the right, and we push our elbows down. Good, now turn your head to the right and keep it there. Turn your head to the left and stay. Come back to center, and as you raise the arms, the head goes up, and we look up to the ceiling, or we even drop the head to the back. Chin to chest, and the arms stay high. Good. From here, look back to the front. Send the elbows as far forwards as you can. It's not about touching the knees. They're far away from the knees. And then drop them, but keep them together if you can. Obviously, if that gets too much, release. And from here, release the hands. Walk them in. Come back to seated and stretch your legs to the front. Give not just the legs a shake, but also the ankles. Because sometimes in gaumukhasan legs, that might not be entirely comfortable for the ankles. And we've stayed for a little while. So just make sure they're okay. Shake it off. And then come onto your back and take the knees with you, hug them in tightly, or as tightly as is comfortable, and rock from side to side. And how could it be missing? Because we didn't do a beginning Anand Balasana. Bring the hands to the feet, push your knees down and out, flex the feet up and bring them gently in a tiny little bit. So that we're feeling that sensation in the adductors. Eyes closed, shoulders start relaxing, and if they can't, we'll just hold on a little bit lower instead. Relax the neck, relax the jaw, relax the forehead. And we slowly release and bring the right leg on top of the left. Drop your knees to the left and turn your head to the right. And if you prefer a different, slightly different twist, then obviously change this a little bit. Just a couple more breaths here. Make them nice and long and unrushed. And then slowly roll onto the back and change sides. Left leg over the right. Knees drop to the right. And we turn the head to the left. Again, relax your face muscles and let the rest of the body follow. Arms and legs heavy and soft. Notice the breath. And slowly roll onto your back from here. And take a moment to stretch the legs out and give them a little shake. And then hug your knees in towards you. Maybe a bit of space in between the knees this time. Just a little bit of space. And feel the lower back firmly in touch with the ground. And we are going to take a few breaths just into the lower back. And out through the mouth. And then rock from side to side. And rock to the back and up to seated. Cross the legs or sit on the heels. Arms to the front, round your back. Drop the head. Pull your left wrist to the right side, still rounding the back. Pull your right wrist to the left side. And then hands onto the knees, straighten your spine. Breathe in, raise your arms, look up. And breathe out, bring the hands to your heart center. Thank you very much.